bit uneven here. So hi all you beautiful people. We'll continue our little series about purity, and this might be the last video. So we've talked about different things, about how to focus on our inner state and our body and our life. Have a look at our life. And in this video I just want to talk about negative belief systems and how we can let go of them. And I think for all of us it's still a part of our life in a little way or in a very big way. And there are millions of negative belief systems, and because we're so used to them, we don't think of them. But in their core, they all really are saying the same thing, and that is that I'm not good enough. I'm not okay. So as Louise Hay said, every single problem has its root cause. It has its roots in the fact that we don't love each other. We don't love ourselves enough. And I've been doing this for decades, and it's still a daily thing. And it's really massive to have your focus there. And it can be very strenuous, really, and that's what it mustn't be, because when we get strained, everything gets even worse. So, as I've said so many times before, to just allow ourselves to be. So we might think, I might have 30 different negative belief systems that are working in my psyche, and how am I ever going to get rid of them all? And that's where faith is so powerful, to just put it in the hands of God and just trust that we will release it all one day, and that right now it is as it is. So to allow ourselves to have these within us, and just like the toxins in our bodies, we can't just flush them away. So, yeah, what are we thinking deep down? The big one is, am I good enough? Or I might not be good enough. And that's really the core of all ego behavior, the negative, the darkness. So the two worlds, the worlds of the ego, which is the old world, the world of darkness, is always saying you're not good enough. Or disguised, the low self-esteem disguised by pride, oh, you're much better than them, which is really that you're not good enough. And the world of the light that is saying you are perfect, just as you are, right where you are, right in this moment, no matter what you've done or said, no matter what people think of you, and how much healing you need to go through to really get to feel good right in this moment. It's okay. You're okay. And just for my own, in my own situation, some days it's really easy to have that feeling. Other days it's not. It's, as I've shared many times before, the feeling of being confused and not really knowing what I'm doing, or really doubting myself, altogether. It comes in waves. And of course, when we're doubting ourselves, it doesn't help our self-esteem. So in this video, I'll share two things. And we'll make a little exercise, which is emotional freedom technique. And I've shown it on the other channel. And it is actually, it's a really, really powerful tool. And I think, sometimes I use it quite a bit, and I don't use it every day. But just like the coffee enemas, the other thing, all these different things we can do, it's a tool and a real helper when we're in need, when we feel we need help. So a wonderful man I've mentioned too before, I'll mention again, called Yates. I think he's just really special, and he's on the internet, and he does EFT, where he goes into every subject in life, more or less. So you can just go and find the thing that you wish to work with, and he's there with his really calm, loving light that's shining, and you just feel that you're sitting with him. So you might like to go and have a look at him. So let's do an EFT together, and we'll use the sentence, although I doubt myself, or although sometimes I feel I'm not good enough. So we'll do that. So we start here, and just before I go into this, if you've never tried it before, it's working with these negative belief systems that when we have the feeling, I'm not good enough, every single cell, every atom in our body is affected by this feeling or this thought. So this subtle energy I've been talking about is completely, actually it's a wave of non-love that comes through our complete body, our complete being. And because we're so used to it coming many, many times a day, it's just we feel it's natural, but it's actually very, very difficult for us to be in. It really holds us back from awakening and from healing. All the goodness that we wish to find and to develop, it really slows the process. So when you're tapping these different points, you're going into the subtle energy, the chi, the life force of the body, the whole energy system of the body. And when you say this negative belief that you have while you're tapping, it's like you break the chain. You stop, your cells are not affected negatively while you're saying the negative thing. They're actually affected positively. So the body gets to understand that although you have that feeling, you're actually being healed, or this beautiful energy is coming through you. So it's like the negative belief system is cleansed out of our system. It's a very powerful emotional detox that we're doing. So, and you can do it for every problem, everything, every negative feeling you have about yourself and about life. So let's do this one. Even though sometimes I feel I'm not good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love and approve of myself. Even though I might feel that I'm not good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love and approve of myself. So the third time. Even though I have this self-doubt and I feel I don't love myself, I now choose to love and honor my whole being. And then we go here. Oh, this non-love. Just not liking myself. Feeling I'm not good enough. Yeah, just feeling maybe I'm not okay. So, yeah, self-hatred. Just feeling I'm not good enough. I might not be good enough. Just feeling I'm not good enough. Take a deep breath. And we'll do it 2 more times and we'll change the words a little bit. That's what Yates does. So, even though sometimes I feel I'm not good enough, I now choose to deeply and completely love and approve of myself. Even though sometimes I really don't like myself, I now choose to deeply and completely love and approve of myself. Even though I have low self-esteem, I choose to deeply and completely love and honor who I am in every way. So now I allow myself to just let go. Just let go of all negative feelings towards myself. I now see the little girl or boy within me who is so wanting to be loved all the time. And I choose to love and honor this child. I choose to embrace myself with only love. I choose to let go of all negativity towards myself. That low self-esteem, I just let it go. It's under here. So I know I am a beloved child of God. And I really am okay. So the last time, even though sometimes I don't feel good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love and approve of myself. Even though sometimes I don't like myself, I now choose to deeply and completely love and honor myself. Even though sometimes I put myself down, I compare myself to others, I now choose to deeply and completely love and respect myself, just as I am. So now I let go. I let go of every negative feeling towards myself. And I allow myself to be me, in all simplicity and in all magnificence. I just choose to love myself, just as I am. I really am a beloved child of God. And I am okay. I'm magnificent. And I have always been magnificent. So I have a feeling I did that a bit too fast. So you might have to turn off the video sometimes. But that was a little example of what we can do to help ourselves release the negative. And all the negative emotions are burdening us. So with this very simple technique, we can just let them out of our lives. So another thing I want to do is read in this book about trusting ourselves. And I just found it this morning. I thought it was very appropriate. So I'll just find it. This book is just the best. It is so beautiful, so useful. So Gabriel says to us, trust in yourself and trust in the angelic energy working through you. Dear one, as the light within you grows stronger and brighter, you will find yourself bringing more wisdom and love to your world. You will begin to trust more deeply in yourself and know that you are divinely guided at every moment. Trust is an energy that grows the more you use it. Like a muscle that strengthens with exercise, so it is with trust. It comes not from the power of your doing as much as it is an allowing of energy to flow through your being. Trust comes from a deep level of faith. At the core of your being, you know there is a higher power at work. You can turn your life over to this higher power and things will begin to move in positive directions. Learn to listen more to your intuition than to what society tells you is true. Learn to listen to the voice of your higher self, which is your connecting link to the divine source. Remember that you know deep within what is best for you. Your higher self knows the answers to all the questions you ask. Trust the angels to help you with this process of connecting to God within you. They are an incredible resource awaiting your invitation. Begin to ask your guardian angel for help in small ways. Follow the guidance you receive and you will find yourself trusting ever more deeply in this wondrous energy working through you. You will notice your life becoming simpler and everyday activities becoming easier due to an ever-increasing compassion and clarity within, and due to the grace of the angels. This grace blesses every step you take and every word you say. This grace also becomes stronger from the more you allow it to work in your life. It is a gift for you, but first you must ask. And then you must allow yourself to be open to receiving the good available to you. These simple acts of trust can transform your world. Remember, your direct link to divine grace strengthens when you trust in yourself and trust in the angelic energy working through you. Okay, so that was this, I think this will be the last video about purity, and I hope you have, been able to use some of the things I've been talking about, and I pray that you feel in your life that everything is becoming simpler, easier, lighter, and more joy-filled. So take care, my friend. See you.